Hi everybody, this is Abby with Scrap and Abby, and I'm back with another video to share a project with all of you. So you might be thinking this is quite the explosion of neon color on my table, and you're right, it is. This is a project I'm creating for my daughter who's 14, and as I mentioned before in other videos, she is in love with neon colors. Her favorite colors are pink, green, and then black, and she really likes the zebra print as well. So let me share with you really quickly the basis of the project and where the idea came from. I was at the dollar store and I was walking around getting a few things, and I bought this probably, I don't know, close to maybe 2-3 months ago, and I picked it up and I was looking at it because I was buying some nail polish stuff for a gift basket thing I was doing, and I looked at this and I thought, well, that's kind of cool. What if my daughter would like to have this just to, you know, when she has some sleepovers or slumber parties, things like that. And then I kind of was standing there in line waiting, and I kind of just was playing with it, and I folded it in half, and I thought, I'm going to make a mini album out of this Dollar Tree eye mask. So you might be thinking like, what? Why would you do that? And for me, it's just because I want to say that I've done it and it's kind of a challenge. So I'm going to be creating a mini album out of this eye mask, and it's going to look like this direction, and open like this. So for the inner part of the album, I'm going to use a tag. And this didn't come to me right off the bat because I sat at my desk for probably 5 minutes thinking, how am I going to get the paper to be the right shape? Do I really want to stand there and, you know, cut each one? And I thought, oh, I don't want to look silly. So then I got to thinking, what if I did this? So I'm going to take this box of Avery tags I picked up just at Staples, and I'm going to lay them in here, and I'm going, and when you fold it in half, you can see that it doesn't stick out too much. And if it does a little tiny bit, that's okay, because I kind of like that. So I'm going to layer these inside there. And then just quickly share with you just some of the components I'm thinking about using. And this is, like I said, this is a totally bright neon explosion. Not all of this is going to be going into that mini I shared with you. Just getting ideas so I can kind of pull from there. So possibly, you know, from Maya Road, some of this trim. I have this really, it's almost obscenely neon pink flower trim. Where I got this, I don't even know. Might incorporate some of that. I just have some random, you know, colors that kind of go with the paper line I'm going to be using. And then I just pulled some other ones just to kind of have some options. And just to kind of incorporate maybe some green and some yellow, so it's not just pink and black and green, or neon green. And then I'm going to be using a couple of the different bundles from 3 Girl Jam. First one is the pink and white bundle. I'll be using the cherry lipstick. And then on this is the LG bundle. This is the, excuse me, let me pull this down. It's the lemon lime and gray, and I like these colors, and they're kind of help balance that out a little bit, so it's not quite so starkly neon. Might possibly use a couple of these trims here. These are actually for flip-flops, and I bought these like 2-3 years ago from Joann's or Michael's, I forget which, and I just take it, you know, and you can cut what you want, and you can make a little border or something. So might use these as accents on the pages. Just a random gathering of some different elements I might add to the project. You know, we'll kind of see how that goes. And then these little photo frames from Maya Road. These are cute. This is going to kill the camera if I flash it too long. But I have these really awesome mirrored, I'll hold to the side, these mirrored embellishment stickers. I might, you know, maybe put the heart or something in there. We'll see. And then I have these little straws left over from another project, which I'll post a video about later. Might incorporate those. I don't know. We'll see how it works. And then just for some of the stamps, I just gathered some different stamps that I thought might work in the album itself. So just to kind of give her some journaling spots. And this one here is really cool. It's from Coco Daisy. It's got a lot of like sentiments, like, you know, what teenagers say these days. And I might use one of the arrows. This is from Pink Paisley. The paper collection, I keep navigating and gravitating towards this paper pad when I'm working on stuff for my daughter. This Heidi Swapp Sugar Chic, this just screams my daughter completely. And these are her colors, the pattern she likes, animal prints, the bright colors, maybe not the flower pieces here so much, but the rest of the pack. So I keep using this, and I love it, and it's working out perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on my project, and if I do something really super cool technique-wise, or maybe I just want to share with you how I'm building the base of the album, which I might do, I'll go ahead and turn the camera back on and show you guys how I'm going to build the base of this. So if you guys want to go to the Dollar Tree and get your own, you can check it out and, you know, make your own eye mask mini album. So I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so I thought I'd go ahead and turn the camera back on and share with you guys how I'm going to build the pages for the inside of the mini, just in case anybody was curious as to how I was going to do that. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm using the eye mask, of course, and then some tags for the inside, and then my Crop-A-Dile, and then my bone folder, which I have sitting right here. So what I'm going to do is, all I did was take out the package, of course, went ahead and clipped the label that's on the inside down as far as I could. I'm going to be covering that so it doesn't matter too much. I'm flipping the strap that comes with this naturally on the back side, and I'm going to be cutting this off later. I'm just not going to mess with it right now. And I'm going to go ahead and lay this down in the direction I want this to go. So mine's going to open this way, so I'm going to lay it down flat like that. And I just grabbed 6 tags, and I went ahead and took the strings off before I hit record, because that's, you know, nothing too special there. And then what I'm going to do is just, in my mind, I'm just kind of thinking like a random pattern, kind of like journal pages, I guess. And so I'm not going to, you know, make it to where it matches exactly. I'm just going to kind of start and have, you know, start on the left, have one going this way. And when I fold this in half, what it's going to do is create a little flap. So it's going to have like a little page for a journaling spot, or, you know, to put some little sentiment or something like that. So no real pattern, just kind of laying it down. I'm going to do this, and I think I'll do one right in the center. And then kind of repeat that first pattern, but starting on the right-hand side for no reason whatsoever, other than I just am. And then this one, I'll go ahead and end it right in the middle. So I'm just kind of repeating that, you know, left, right type pattern. And I'm going to take this off, put the mask over there, and then my plan is to just go ahead and fold this over to where it matches the other part of the, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And I'm just going to fold this over. Obviously, I'm not going to try to bone fold it or anything, and it does not have to be perfect, or I mean score is what I meant to say. It doesn't have to be perfect, because it's just going to get, you know, it's going to be part of just how that looks. So I'm going to press this down as much as I can and try to get a good press going here. Flip it over and do it again. This will be a lot easier. Sorry if the camera's shaking, but as you guys all have heard me mention 100 times over, I'm still recovering from my finger and hand surgery on both hands, so my hands aren't as strong as they were, but they're getting there, so that's good. So this is really cool looking already. You can see how it looks, you know, it's got little flaps and pages and things like that. And then I think what I'm going to do is, I'm not sure if I'm going to make this the front yet or this. It doesn't really matter at this point, because what I'm going to do doesn't make a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and on my crease, what I'm going to do, and I'm just eyeballing. I don't actually measure things unless I need it to be exact, but most times I just don't. And so I'm just using my Crop-A-Dile, and I'm choosing to use this smaller piece here, or the smaller hole punch, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball where I want this to go. So I can't hold to the camera to show you guys because my hands won't work that way. So I'm going to just basically just make a hole, and I will show you when I get done. And again, I'm just kind of eyeballing here. I'm going to kind of go close to the crease as I can, because that's going to give me more room to put the paper. So all I did is made a hole, and I'm going to just repeat that again on the other side. And I'm going to hold it this way so I can see a little better where that hole is. Guess I need to get my thumb out of the way. Give me just a sec here, guys. There we go. Okay, now I got it together. And just kind of eyeballing. I'm not going to measure because it doesn't, you know, like I said, I'm not making this perfect. It doesn't matter. That's just kind of how I create. And then I just got 2 holes right there. And so I'm going to just repeat this again on the bottom. And kind of sort of make these match a little bit more if I can, as far as like the position on the tag here. And I think that's kind of sort of close. That's pretty close without measuring. And then just repeat it again. Just like that. Okay. So I could go in and make a third set, have one in the center, but I think I'm just going to leave it and just have the two sets of holes. I think that's going to be good enough. So what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to be reusing the strings to bind this together. So I'm going to go ahead and just run these through real quick, just like that, and tie these off, and then I'll trim them, and then I'm going to have the innards for my little mini album. So let me go ahead and get the next set in here. Hopefully my craft mat isn't too distracting. If it bugs you guys, let me know, like if it's hard on the eyes or something. I watch other craft shows, and like Laura Dennison, she works off of her mat like this too, and so it doesn't bother me, but I don't know, maybe the lines might bug some people. But if it does, let me know, and I'll try to either move it or put you know, some paper down or something. So I'm going to flip it over, and then what I do is I always use my awesome tape dispenser. That's kind of my third hand for stuff. And so I'm just going to do just a simple basic knot on the back, double knot there. And yeah, do that. So, and you could even tie this on the front if you want. That'd be kind of cool to have the, you know, like if you had a really cool kind of decorative, you know, string or some kind of twine or something like that you wanted to do, which would be kind of fun. I probably should have done that, but I was just trying to reuse the strings from the tags so they didn't go to waste. I don't throw them away. I keep them and use them on other things, but I just wanted to try to incorporate them in this project if I could. And let me make another knot here, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and trim these off. I don't want to go too short because I'm not going to go too short because I don't know. Actually, I think I'm going to leave them because I'm not quite sure how I want to put this inside here yet because I've got a couple ideas I'm thinking of. So I'm going to leave my strings just a little bit long for now, just for that reason. But this is just basically how I'm making the inside of the mini album. So I think it's kind of cool. And I got all these little flaps so I can have it opening this way. And that, of course, is the center coming up here right there, and or I could flip it even this way, so when you open the mini I have this little flap first and then I have this page for some paper or something like that. So this kind of depends. So now I'm going to go ahead and kind of work on the pages of the mini now, because I don't ever put, when I make a mini from scratch and I make the inside and I make the binding, I'm not obviously this because I bought this, but when I make my own out of chipboard and cardstock, I always work on the pages first, then I put it together into the mini. Just it's a little bit easier for me to work that way. So I'm going to go ahead and start building on the pages. If I do something really cool technique-wise, I'll turn the camera back on, but then I'll be sure to turn it back on whenever I do go ahead and put this together so you guys can see how I end up binding, you know, putting these two components to make it to the album. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I'll see you guys in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm back with my completed little mini album I made from the eye mask that I purchased at the Dollar Tree. So let me share with you really quickly the items I used, and I apologize for my scratchy voice. I got a sore throat today. A couple of the inks I used that I didn't share at the beginning of the video was just this black distress ink, the Black Soot, and then the Festive Berries. And then I just used some of the archival ink in jet black for the stamping that you're going to see on the inside. And then what I used to bind the tags to the actual eye mask, I looked for a couple different things. I wasn't sure what I wanted to use exactly, but I ended up using the glossy accents. I just put a line of it down the spine of the tags and then stuck it to the inside of the eye mask, and it worked perfectly. My other option was going to be, you know, using some score tape or something like that. You could use another liquid adhesive if you want. I wouldn't probably try a hot glue gun because I think that would peel off because this is slick inside, and I just have a fear that it would just pop off, so that's why I chose to use the glossy accents instead. So here is the little eye mask mini, and this is actually going to be a design team project for 3 Girl Jam, and it's going to be up on their blog live on Wednesday, May 21st, and I'll also have it posted on my blog as well. And so these are the 3 Girl Jam crinkle ribbons that I used on the mini album. So from the LG bundle, the lemon lime and the gray, you'll see inside it on the cover, I used the lemon lime for the, you know, as the binding, and then I also used it on the inside of some of the tags as well. And then the gray is also on the inside. And then from the Celebrations bundle, I used the tuxedo, and the black right here, you'll see that incorporated, and it's also on the cover. And then from the pink and white bundle, I used the cherry lipstick, and that's this one here in the bottom. So you guys will see those pretty prominently inside the tag once I open this up and share with you. So this is a cover. I didn't fuss it up too much like I normally do, like a lot of stuff or things dangling off the spine, because it is for my daughter who's 14. I wanted her to be able to put this like in her purse or her school bag or something like that, not have to worry about it catching with a bunch of extra stuff hanging off of it. So this is a little bit more subdued than what I normally do as far as when I cover my journals, but I think it looks really, really super cute. So as I mentioned, I used the lemon lime for the binding around the eye mask, just to kind of as a tie. And then here you can see this is one of the wood pieces from Maya Road. Used my Pitt pen from Faber-Castell. This is just some of the little words cut from the Heidi Swap Sugar Chic stack that I used. And then this is some of the tuxedo. It's just a flower. I'm not even sure where that's from. And then a little camera piece inside. So she'll just be able to simply untie this. And then you're going to see that the mini is in here, and it's in there just great. It's not coming off. It's not flopping around. I may attach a small pen or something inside here. I have little tiny pens. That way her and her girlfriends have something they can write on or whatever if they want to. So what I did, the first part of the video, or the second, maybe the middle part where I showed you guys how I was layering the tags and everything, you're going to see that I stacked them in such kind of a, not a real, distinct pattern or anything, but I wanted to have those different layers in lengths of the tag. So this is the first page. I'll hold this up so you guys can see it a little better. And then just use some washi tape. Played with my gelatos a lot, and here this is just some different sprays and the arrow just pointing this way. And then this just gives my daughter little places to put the little tiny pictures. This is some trim from Maya Road as well. I left the netting up here like that. That way she could slip a picture underneath if she chose to do that. And then you'll see the 5 tags that have the holes on it. I topped it with that cherry lipstick because I think that looks really cute, and that's again her favorite colors. So a lot of this might be kind of like, whoa, this is wild and crazy colors, bright and all that, but again, this is for my 14-year-old daughter, and these are her favorite colors, so that's why I did that. I'm going to push these up just a little bit so we can focus just on the mini for a moment. And you'll see here, this just says, these are just some little word stickers I have. Used my Scarlet Lime doodle pen to outline. This is just some pink trim. I had some random pink trim. Just did some different techniques of added some washi tape. This is some stamping in the back. This is actually a stencil with some black misting. I went over some pink that I made. These are some little banners I cut from the paper collection. Added some more words, be yourself and play. And the next one over, I just left that one kind of pretty simple so she could have a place to focus a photo. And this one is a combination of some spraying with some of my different mists that I have with a mask, and this is a stamp, and then just a couple little embellishments there. The next one, this page was actually black and white, and I used some mist on it just to kind of make it, incorporate as much of that pink as I could, because that's really what she loves. And this is some more of that lemon lime right there. That's just a little journaling, and it's kind of wonky, but I like that. I think that it's kind of quirky like, so that's why I chose to use that stamp. And this next page, this is again just some more gelato work here. All the edges of the tags I inked with that black soot, and this is just a small one. I think it's just so cool how it's just like little, when you flip through this, you get different sizes of places to either journal or put a photo. This one is just covered with some washi tape, and then I used some yellow spritz on it just to kind of, I don't know, just kind of have a little bit of pop of color, I suppose. And this is just this is from Pink Paisley, I believe. One of these little buttons that I've had for quite some time. And then just the word perfect. And the next one over. This one's probably my favorite. This is the middle of the book. And it says, dare to experience life, be true, be you. And there's really not a place for her to, put a photo here. Her and her girlfriends could journal on it if they want to, or write their own little words if they want to. But I used my gelatos on here, and I thought this page turned out really cute. I like how it's just kind of got some darker spots and some lighter spots, and I think it's really cool. So there's that one. And the next one, this has another one of those little wood frames with some spraying on it. And then I tied some more of the cherry lipstick crinkle ribbon. And I stamped, and it says right here with me. And this is just some of the strips from an excess piece of paper I cut, inked up and just layered. And this is just a stamp I did there. And she can place a photo here if she wants to do that. This next one, hopefully it doesn't make, I'm going to tilt it backwards a little bit so that you aren't looking at my ceiling and my camera stand. But this is just one of those metal, or not metal, it's one of those mirrored stickers I shared in the beginning. I just put the word look in it because she can look in there, and it's kind of like a funhouse mirror, so it's kind of cool. The background for this one as well is some more of the gelatos. And then it says right here, let me put my hand over so it doesn't blind you guys. It says smile, joy, happy, and then this one is delightful. And then I have the crown, and I was kind of trying to mimic those, all those different t-shirts and sayings that everybody's seen all over the place where they say, like be calm and scrap on or whatever. They always have the crown on top. So that was kind of my little nod to that poster that we all see all over the place. The next one is more of the yellow gelatos. This was really super bright. I know you're probably like, whoa, but this is again is what my daughter likes. So these are this little smash labels. They're actually like a fabric, and I cut them in half because they're tabs you would put over like a journal page or something, and I just stamped on them, you're the best, and then Superstar. And this is just one of those little pieces from little yellow bicycle, little felt piece. This is a mask here in the background that I used with some black ink. Just some more of the chevron paper. This is just some little bits of washi tape I just added here and there. Kind of tore and put a piece here. This is a metal piece. I don't even know what this is from. I've just had that in my stash. And it says sweet. And then the last full page is this one here. Again, I used another mask with some more of the sprays. Went around the edge with some gelatos, a little bit darker. This is another mask. And this is another one of those smash tags cut in half. And it says, "Glad we are friends." And then what I did on here is I had a little scrap of some acetate left over from something else. And sorry, I heard a noise outside. I thought somebody was at my door. Anyway, and so I had to stamp the word friends. And this was going to be able for my daughter to stick in. Let me grab a piece of... Well, let me try to grab something here to show you. Let me grab the scratch paper. So this way she could still slip a photo in and it would say friends underneath. So I thought that was kind of cool. Plus I was using up a scrap as well. So, and the back one has another one of those big, it's a heart, but it's another one of those kind of mirrored looking pieces, and it just says love. And I just use my blue gelatos on the back side here. So anyway, I thought this turned out really cute. I think my daughter's really going to enjoy it. Just kind of a fun little mini for her to, you know, like I said, have her girlfriends put their pictures in, sign it if they want to, you know, and she can kind of, like I said, toss it in her backpack or her locker, and, you know, kind of, it's not going to get damaged or anything, because there's not a lot of, you know, loose things hanging off of it, or, you know, lots of flowers and layering and things like that like I normally do. So, but I really wanted to just alter, you know, an eye mask. I've never done that before. I don't know if anybody else ever has before, or if I'm just so crazy to even think of doing something like that, but I thought it'd be kind of fun. Just because the pattern, you know, the inspiration really for me was, you know, the zebra print on there, because she loves animal print and her favorite colors are, you know, pink, green, and black. So it worked out really perfectly. And the ribbons from 3 Girl Jam just really coordinate so well together. You can, and this is just an example that you can pull from 3 completely different bundles and put them in one project, and they all look just amazing. And I think it's just a really cool thing to do. So I'm gonna, you know, go ahead and give this to her before she, before the end of the school year. That way her girlfriends, because she's going to be going into high school in the fall, they can go ahead and start signing on this if they want to, and she can kind of show her friends. So if you guys have any questions on anything I did or any parts of the process video I'm going to put together for you guys, or I kind of show you how I layered the tags, just go ahead and leave me a comment, and then be sure to head on over to the 3 Girl Jam blog, and I'll put a link to the blog directly in the description below. That way you guys can go over and see additional photos, and I'll have more photos on my blog, as well as the full supply list of the other items I use besides 3 Girl Jam products. So if you want to get your hands on some of the yummy crinkle ribbon from 3 Girl Jam, any of the flare pieces, the vintage buttons, any of the, you know, the laces that Julie has together, the jute string and ribbon bundles, head on over to the store, and I'll put a link to that in there as well in my description. But also, when you check out, make sure you use discount code AH10, and you're going to get yourself 10% off your total purchase. And 3girljam.blogspot.com gets you to the actual blog, which you can get to the store from the blog. But I'll put a link to both in the video, just in case you know, just so it's a little bit easier for you guys. So thanks again for checking out another Scrappin' Abby project, another design team project with 3 Girl Jam, and an altering project of using, you know, a Dollar Tree, dollar store eye mask to make a mini album. So I thought it was kind of a fun little project to do. So thanks guys, happy crafting, and I'll see you next time.